Hello my good man, it is I, the Pube Muppet. Today I am going to read a creepypasta, but not just any creepypasta, but a creepypasta that is this one Disney Channel show that they play today called Kiff and is based off on a parody of that one SpongeBob creepypasta, Patrick's Leg, called Barry's Arm. Plus, that sexy, very unsexual honey buns makes my amphibian penis harder than Drew Pickle's 300-mile-long cock every time he sees a manager, just like in the video where I go to the antique mall. Ha ha ha. Anyways, here's the story. Ahem. Okay, so I was online a couple years ago at like around 1 o'clock AM looking up Kiff episodes, as I was a huge fan till this day, and the other Disney Channel shows they play on TV are complete shit. So after going through bad quality videos on forum websites and other sites flooded with ads, I came upon an unofficial website that had full episodes ad-free. Okay, the quality wasn't great, but better than most of the websites. On the bottom was a link that said, Kiff Lost Episode. Being the idiot I am, I clicked on it. I thought it was probably a screamer or something, but I clicked on it anyway. I was bored enough to click on the video and watch it. I totally forgot about looking for episodes. The episode video had poor quality and the episode itself was pretty much forgotten by the writers. Like every episode, it started with a theme song. The title could read, Barry's Arm. The first thing that didn't seem right was that during the title card there was no sponsor for the episode, like each and every Kiff episode saying brought to you by. It started out like a harmless Kiff episode with Kiff and Barry at the park. But then Barry decides to go skateboarding, so they do. So far a pretty normal episode. Barry then tries to do some sort of trick on his skateboard but fails. As a result, Barry falls and breaks his arm, and Kiff goes after him to see if he's okay. During this scene, Barry screams a more painful scream than he usually would, and it sounded like the voice actor literally just injured himself from having the microphone up into the voice actor's mouth. Enough that I could feel it. Well, I guess that makes sense. He just broke his arm. Nothing that is too far out of the ordinary, right? Well, other than the opening and the title card in that one scene, it's going pretty much like any ordinary episode. The next scene takes place at the hospital, where the doctor tells Barry he needs to be in a cast for a little while. As they walk out, Kiff is walking with Barry with his still injured arm in a cast when they run into their friends from Tabletown Middle School that we all know. Like Trevor, Reggie, William, Renee, and Candle Fox. One of Kiff's friends start talking to Barry because of his arm and ask if they can sign his cast as they walk away with Barry, leaving Kiff by herself. So far it's going like a normal episode. I don't remember what happened throughout the episode, so I'll skip some scenes. This is where it gets creepy. Later that night, Kiff knocks at Barry's door. In this scene, the backgrounds look more realistic than usual. However, I tried to ignore it. When Barry opens the door, Kiff tells Barry that she forbids him to see those guys ever again. Barry gets furious, not like he does normally. This is a more realistic anger, and he tells Kiff that he hates her. Kiff's friends then leave in fear. This is when I started to feel funny about this episode. Kiff then screams in an unusually deep voice, something like, "Oh yeah? Well, as long as you hate me, I can do this." And then starts beating Barry's broken arm violently with a hammer. After that, the screen goes to static for a fraction of a second and cuts to a scene where Kiff and Barry are apologizing for something during the daytime, except the lining of the animation and the voices don't match up. The animation in this scene is very poor, as if it was a loop, and it goes on for a good 4 or 5 minutes. I was very creeped out, but I wanted to see how it ended. The screen goes black for a minute or two, and then cuts to a scene from another episode where Kiff and Barry are drinking orange juice. And the screen goes black again, this time for only about 30 seconds, and cuts to a CG animation of Barry cutting Kiff's stomach open with a hunting knife, with realistic blood gushing out while looking at the screen with bloodshot dilated eyes. His mouth doesn't move, but you can faintly hear him say, "I knew this day would come," with an echo-a voice. You can also hear Kiff and Barry laughing at the same time, for some reason. The scene goes on for another 3 minutes, but nothing is heard but static, which gets louder and louder until it's unbearably loud. Then the normal credits come on, but with a very faint image of the last scene still showing. My god, that image will be burned in my mind forever. The Titmas Incorporated logo isn't shown like usual. After the video was over, my computer froze, so I had to reload the page, but it wasn't available. I couldn't even find the website anymore. Even when I looked up Barry's arm, nothing came up. I understand if you don't believe me, but I know what I saw, even if it was at 1 o'clock in the morning. What the hell was I even doing online at that time? The end. Ha 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 ha. Well, I got to go now, but I will see you soon. I'm going to the movie theater and go see a swell movie called Kung Fu Panda 4. Goodbye, my swell men.